What happened?
No, we're about to tell you.
I wake up in water.
Another day.
Another vlog. People are gonna think like, why this framing's so weird.
This framing's so weird, and why do you have a chair next to you? Well, back by popular demand, everybody just give a warm round of applause.
Who is it?
It's Bacco!
I haven't done this in a while, so I forgot. A bit on edge now.
Are you?
You just mentioned that.
I said the word hospital before I clicked record, and Jack was like, what?
Remember when we would call ourselves the lit fam?
So, don't do that again. How do we want to start this, babe?
Basically, something happened the other day. The baby is safe, I am safe, but we thought that we would just like give an update.
And we wanted to give this update, but then Jacko came into town, and then we were just like, you know what?
Just out of the blue, I just rocked up.
Just-
no one invited me.
He really wanted to be here when Jess went into labor.
I actually do.
So he's here until the baby's born.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. What happened?
Yeah, Jacko
Like,
really
what has
like
happened?
leaving him hanging.
So, last Thursday
Morning, probably around like 5 or 5:30, I wake up in water and my underwear was soaked, but I get up because I have to pee. So I'm like, okay, this is really bizarre. So I go pee, but my underwear is soaked. I go back to the bed. There's like a little, you know, circle of water, liquid.
Is there a baby here?
I wasn't having any contractions or anything, and so I was just really confused. Gabe was still asleep at this point. But I wake him up, I'm like, hey, I think I need to call the hospital.
I like was half freaking out, half like not freaking out
Did
at all.
you Google it? I would have Googled it.
I was like, oh, her water broke, but then I was like, it couldn't have been because you said you weren't having contractions.
I wasn't feeling anything at all. And so Gabe, like, no, you went back to sleep. Like, you went...
I didn't go back to sleep.
Just like instantly, nah.
No. I turned over and I still had my eyes closed, but I was like talking to her with my eyes closed. Just like asking if we needed to go to the hospital and like, do I need to wake up right now?
Yeah.
But she was like fine. She was just sitting there fine.
So you went.
Yeah, I ended up saying, you know what, we
Better
should
safe
actually
than
just go
sorry.
to the hospital and just get checked. Yeah, we just wanted to be safe.
We get to the hospital. The midwives and everyone is checking up on Jess. They're like, your story is very convincing that your water has broken.
And I was like, no, I don't think so.
And they're like, it really sounds...
like your water may have broke.
They start checking the baby, making sure things are fine. They go, oh, your baby is not head down. It's in a breech position.
Which head down is the position?
You need to birth head first. They can flip, but it's getting towards the end.
She's like running out of room to like move around.
Yeah.
So they go, we'll deal with that in a second. Let's make sure that your water didn't break, and let's check everything. So they do some tests, do a little swab, and
tested the liquid, and it came back negative for amniotic fluid, which is what the water is.
Yeah.
Long story short, we didn't find out what that was.
it was just like an abnormally large amount of discharge, which is normal to have some discharge at around this point in time, but not that amount. It was, it was
Wow, that's
weird.
weird.
The baby was doing great, heart rate was great, like she wasn't like under distress or anything. But the midwives were all
The flipping thing.
more concerned
Very
about
worried,
that.
yeah. They start giving different options of what a solution could be for to flip the baby.
Kind of my goddaughter flipping the wrong way. Kind of young Jackie. Did I spill the beans?
Jacqueline!
Jackie.
Someone's gonna take that seriously and think that her name's gonna be Jackie.
It is Jackie.
Oh
I've
my
got the inside scoop. Get it? Inside. Okay, continue with the
That was
horror story.
hilarious.
Continue with the horror story.
So this first trip in the hospital was like 6:30ish till like, what, 12 or something?
Yeah, they give us a bunch of options of how to flip the baby.
I've seen this before on Grey's Anatomy, but did they put you on like the like this on a spinner?
What?
And you just spin around in cartwheel?
And it flips the baby.
I'm joking. I haven't seen that on
It was, we leave and hopefully the baby flips. And then at that point, we'd have to schedule a C-section. Or just schedule one.
Do it anyway, yeah.
Or
A procedure called an ECV. Basically, it is a very uncomfortable procedure where they...
manually flip the baby.
We're going into details.
Yeah, we're going into details.
Woo!
So they just massage the
Oh,
belly.
no, we'll get to that.
Not massage. I wish. So we had some time to talk about it and think about it, and we decided to go ahead with the ECV.
So we leave and they say, there's no availability today. We'll call you to schedule availability tomorrow. We're like 15 minutes away. We get the call already. and then they tell us, oh, you can come back at 2 and we can do it today.
So it's not always successful. Like sometimes they just can't move the baby. They said like we would then schedule a C-section, or something can go wrong in like their heart rate. If for some reason the baby is stressed during that procedure, then it's an immediate C-section, like an emergency C-section.
Oh, straight out.
Straight.
Yeah.
That
So we were
so intense.
We were at the hospital this day. Like we could be leaving the hospital today with a baby.
Legit.
Even though we knew that there was a chance it wouldn't work, we just wanted to try. Like I was ready to try anything.
So we go back in. The first thing they have to do is this big like scan just to make sure everything is good with the baby and whatever. So that goes well. The baby's fine. Everything's good. And then it went into the next phase, which was getting her ready for the ECV.
I just want to say first, like I don't want to scare anyone off by like my experience, but I'm gonna give you like my honest experience.
Honest review.
They put a drip in my hand, which is meant to like relax the uterus. Apparently,
It is not a painkiller of any
not a
sort.
painkiller. I'm laying down. There's a doctor here, and then a midwife at the end at my feet, and Gabe's right next to me.
They put like the ultrasound jelly that they put on. They put that all over her belly to like make it.
Yep.
You know, so they can slide their hands around and stuff. They like smush in Jess's stomach to like grab the baby and manually turn the baby. Like when I tell you the 2 grown men doctors were putting their back into it.
Oh, so they're fully gone.
They're like this and like pulling the baby like
Wow.
And the
You were
baby
just sitting there like this.
and the midwife at the end was holding Jess's feet down.
Because I was in so much pain, I was like trying to like move my legs around.
But the baby, her head was here and her butt was here. So they were gonna turn, so it was only like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Quick. But the thing is, if the baby doesn't like going that way, then they have to try the other way. They get it, the baby snaps back to here. So then they have to go again,
Oh, so it's the full
long way around, all the way.
I didn't know what was happening.
You were just like, when is this going to end?
My
Like, how,
eyes-
how long do you reckon they were going like this for?
5 minutes.
Like 5
probably.
minutes.
Oh my god, you're brave.
Thank you.
It was,
I couldn't go through that. Men are weak.
watching it, dude, was like unreal. Like actually like not a real thing that should have been happening. And they're moving a baby from the outside.
I've never had a baby. But I've also never heard of that.
It was incredibly painful. The doctor said beforehand that it would be very uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful.
Which is
But it was
obviously they're
like-
going to tell you that because they don't want you to freak out.
So they've actually hidden the name. It's actually VPP. Very painful procedure.
It was
But-
very painful for me, and I think that's what freaked Gabe out a lot too, because I was like squeezing his hand and I was just going, "Oh, that hurts! Oh, that hurts!"
So she gets up after it's done and they're like, okay, go to the bathroom.
They needed to make sure that the cord was in a correct place, so they wanted me to walk around.
I'm like holding her walking to the bathroom and she's like shaking.
Yeah.
I was shaking so much for a while.
But it was alright.
It was
worked?
successful.
Wow,
It was successful.
That is nuts.
And I had no idea because they didn't say like, "It was successful, congrats," or anything like that. So I was like, what's going on? And I was so out of it.
It was the craziest thing. Like take a yoga ball, fill it with water, and then put like a baby-sized thing inside of it, and then you have to smush it down and grab it from the outside and then turn it around.
I'm glad I had my eyes closed.
We have the video. If
But it's only the start.
you can see,
Look how big your guts are.
I don't know if I want to
you can see them pushing. And this was like when it was chill.
Oh no.
I don't know if we can.
No,
That's like
I wouldn't.
sensitive.
You filmed that?
I filmed the first bit when they started doing it, the
then
first
she
little
was-
bit,
and then she was
and
ripping
then
it, and you're like-
then she started freaking out, and then I stopped filming, and then when they went the other way around, it was like so much worse for her.
They're fully going like this.
Yeah, just like pushing into her stomach, just like.
Like it hurts when you go to the physio and get a massage on your back. I couldn't imagine like.
It was.
Get out, get out, dude.
I don't do well with like medical stuff. Like, my fingers go weird and just hearing that. I don't know what.
Bro, whenever
couldn't
I
imagine
hear
what
of-
Jess is.
Whenever I hear about any birth stuff, my groin is in pain.
Yeah, because you can't
hearing
imagine
that.
what it would be like.
Also
Remember when we
pain
did
right
that test, the like,
Yeah.
electric?
Oh my god.
I don't think that's what it's like.
Not even close, dude.
It all went well.
Anyway, thank goodness then.
She's in a good position now.
And Jess is feeling better. Jess probably had some like internal bruising because of how hard they were going.
She's just standing on the diving board now like this. Come on, let's go.
I know. It hurt at the very bottom of my belly for probably 3 days. Gabe said they were using the ultrasound stick to like.
So the little
help.
ultrasound stick, they had it like dug really deep in the bottom so they could see like what was turning.
Yeah, that's probably why that was hurting so
Yeah.
low. But it's
Crazy.
all good.
The other week, I went to a clinic. We thought it'd be a good idea to get my little fat thing frozen. This is not a joke. And I sat there for 45 minutes and they put a big cup like this big on my guts and for 45 minutes and it hurt so bad and it was froze all my fat cells. And for a week I couldn't feel my stomach. And I had to massage it to massage the fat cells out and it hurt so bad.
So are you shredded right now?
No, I didn't go back for the second one. It was probably like 1/100th of what you did and I couldn't even like, I felt sick touching my guts.
Oh.
Oof, that's our hospital stories.
We just wanted to update you guys. Everything is good, and I'm still pregnant.
Jacko's here for a week, so the baby could come while Jacko's here.
I'm just waiting for the Godfather's thing. Like, if I'm here first, then they got no one else.
Got it.
So out of everyone,
I'm the main choice.
you reckon that if something happens to us, the first person that we're going to be like, our baby should live with this person?
Look, it would take me 2 days to get there, but yeah. 100%. I would look after your baby like it was my own.
That is true.
Anytime.
Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
From Jess
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Conti.